Okay, here we go for part two. We're going to use some of our algebra skills again to see what some of the relationships are so that we can write our equations to solve for x. So in this problem of number 7 here, you can see we've got the little arrow. The expression here deals with this angle, which is an inscribed angle. Look where the point is. Okay, and I know this angle is half of this arc. Okay, so if I'm going from the arc to the angle, that's a divide, so 158 divided by 2 is 79. This angle is 79 degrees. This expression, 8x minus 9, is the angle. So the relationship between those is that they are equal to each other. So when I go through, I solve for x equals 11. Okay, so it's finding the relationship between the expression and what different angles I can find. I knew this one, so it was easy to find this one. We'll show you in a minute what to do if we can't find that one. So let's take a look at this one here. There's two different ways I can look at this one, but here's what I think is the easiest. This arc from L to N is 4x plus 58. I know that this angle, inscribed, when I come out to its intercepted arc, okay, if you want to trace the sides out, so one side comes out here, the other side comes out here, so all the way in between there, that is the intercepted arc for the 67. Okay, so if I take 67, I'm coming out to the arc, so that's getting bigger, so I'm going to multiply by 2. That means this arc right here is 134 degrees. This expression is the arc. So that expression of 4x plus 58 is going to equal 134. So 4x is going to equal, let's see, do that quick here, 76. X then will equal 19. Okay, so again, it was using what you already were given to find an arc. This arc is also represented by this expression, so their relationship is that they are equal to each other. Okay, I found the arc by using the inscribed angle to find its intercepted arc. They want me to find this angle here, because if I can find that, or kind of know what that should total, then I'll know 7x minus 10. Whoops, sorry. There we go. Then I'll know 7x minus 10 is going to equal whatever I can find there. So its intercepted arc, if I follow the sides out, it comes out at C, comes out at A, so that's right there. So if I can find that measurement using some of the other stuff, then it's going to be easy to find this measurement. So let's take a look. 162, 192, and then whatever's left. So if I take 162 plus 92, okay, 254, and I take that out of 360, I get 106. Remember, all the way around is 360, so I already have taken up the 254 here, and so whatever's left is the 106. Oh man, that helps me because now I can find this angle. I'm coming into the angle, so I'm going to get smaller, so I'm going to divide by 2. So that means 106 divided by 2 is 53. So this angle is 53. This angle is 7x minus 10, so they are going to be equal to each other. Okay, you go through and solve, you get x equals 9. Again, just finding the relationships. There's no secret ones. There's no like numbers that are going to like get pulling out of a hat. There's relationships between all of these arcs and all of these angles that are inside. Okay, you just need to remember what are the relationships that I need to look for. Central angles, intercept or inscribed angles, the degrees around a circle, the degrees on a diameter. Let's do number 12 here. Okay, kind of the same idea. This expression right here is from R to S. Okay, so I could, if I can find that, I'll know that that's going to equal it. Well, I know this, if I'm looking around the outside edge here, this is 120. From Q to S, that's the intercepted arc of this angle that's 67. So if I can find this, then I'll be able to find that, which will allow me to find X. So all the way around, let's do this angle first, sorry. So if I know the inscribed angle, and I'm coming out to the arc, I'm going to multiply by 2. Okay, that means this arc is 134. If I take 360 minus the 120 minus the 134, okay, that leaves me 106. Okay, so let's just do those calculations here so you remember to write those down. I'm going to add the 2 that I know, because all the way around is made up of 3 of them. I add the 2 that I know. Okay, and whatever's left out of the 360, that's this arc right here. It's 106. So now to find X, I'm going to know that that relationship there is equal to each other. So 5X plus 21 equals 106. 5X equals 85, so X equals 17. Now you can see on all 3 of these that we did algebra with, excuse me, all 4, good grief. All 4 of them that we did algebra, the equation itself is not difficult. It's pretty much a 2-step problem every time. Your goal, your key, has to be knowing what to set that algebra expression equal to. Okay, so using all the different facts that we've talked about will help that. All right, let's get these last 2 in here. So they give us some information, so I'm going to put that on my picture here. So angle, STU, so this angle right here is 5X minus 16. Arc SU, so that goes from here to here, is 12X minus 50. Okay? Now, what is the relationship between these 2? Okay, I don't have any numbers yet, but I can find that there's a relationship between these 2. So if I start here with this number or expression, and I want to go out to what that is going to be, I got to multiply by 2. So if I multiply this, like if I knew that number, if I multiply it by 2, that would equal this arc. This arc is the intercepted one for this inscribed angle. All right, so if I take 2 of these, so 2 times that inscribed angle, that's going to equal its intercepted arc. Okay, so normally we are saying that the inscribed angle equals half the arc. But we can also kind of turn that around and say 2 times the inscribed angle equals the arc. Both of these are basically saying the same thing. Whether I'm going to divide by 2 or multiply by 2, this problem you could do either way. I'm choosing to do this one here. So 2 times the inscribed angle equals its arc. So let's do distributive. Okay, now I'm going to subtract 10x over here. There's lots of different ways to do these. I'm going to add 50 over here, so that gives me a positive 18. Oops. How come nobody told me I made an error there? When I subtract 10, I should only have 2 here. So divide by 2, so x equals 9. Now, if you'll notice, the problem didn't say find x. We had to, but they asked me to find STU. STU, so they want this actual angle right here. So I'm going to go 5 times 9 minus the 16. So when I do that, I get 29 degrees. There's my answer to that problem. Okay, our last one here, I'm going to put on the picture again this info. So angle KJL, this one right here is 3x plus 2. Angle KLJ, this one is 7x minus 32. Find KL. Okay, so they want me to find this one right here. Okay, so any ideas? Well, if you think about it, kind of going way back, is that these two angles are part of this triangle. Okay, they also have the intercepted arcs, and we could do it that way. But I think it's easier to understand if you recognize this triangle. This angle is inscribed through the diameter. So this much is 180. So that means this one is 90. Okay, half of 180. Remember that was one of our little hints that we did? So these three together have to total 180. So I can go 3x plus 2 plus 7x minus 32 plus the 90. Don't forget that one. Remember there's three angles in the triangle. Has to total 180. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 90 first. Okay, there's lots of different ways. And I'm going to put these like terms together. It's just another, that seems easiest in my mind, but you could solve it however you want. So positive 32 and negative 32 is negative 30. Remember, I'm going to subtract the 90 first. Okay, so 10x equals 120, x equals 12. But that's not what they want. They want KL. So KL is going to be what? Well, that's the arc that goes with this angle. So that angle, if I can find it, I'm going to take 3 times 12 plus 2. I'm just substituting it into that angle. So that's going to be 38. Okay, so this angle right here is 38. Its intercepted arc is KL. I'm going out, which means it's going to get bigger. So 38 times 2 is 76 degrees. And that's how many degrees that arc is going to be. So sorry that turned out a little bit long, but hopefully you were able to kind of stop it and follow along. If you have any questions, please let me know before you get started on your practice. Have a good one.